Will LeBron James go to the Philadelphia 76ers? Yes and no. And we will tell you why right after this. This is Jeremy Guerin, your host at Pointlessly Relevant Daily. People have been putting up signs all over Philadelphia. LeBron, you should come here. And at first, everybody was like, oh, that is ridiculous. That's never going to happen. What about Fultz's shoulder? And what about Embiid's knees? And what about the fact that they're not ready yet? Well, then the Cleveland Cavaliers went into Philadelphia and got beat pretty well. I've talked about this before, but quite frankly, that was a great audition for them. Why would he go play for them? How can they get him? Well, because most of their players are either free agents, all right? They signed J.J. Redick to a 1-year max contract so they could use up the required salary cap, and it would all be gone at the end of the year, okay? And their best players are still on their rookie deals, okay? So before their players become restricted free agents, they want to sign a big name free agent. Why? Because you can go over the salary cap to re-sign your own players. All right? But if re-signing your own players pushes you over the salary cap, you can't get anybody. So quite literally what that means is this. If this summer, if you want to re-sign Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, it's not going to happen this summer, but this is just an example. But you also want LeBron James. This is what you do. First, you sign LeBron James, and then you can re-sign Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid to go over the salary cap. If you sign the players you already have, you can't go over the salary cap to get somebody else's player. All right? And they can do that easily this summer. They can just sign him outright. Why would he want to play with them? Okay, so it looks like Joel Embiid is headed in the right direction, both health and talent-wise. When he plays, he's really good. They're going to make the playoffs. Who would have thought that? I think they're going to be pretty tough in the playoffs as well. You've got Ben Simmons, who has gotten several triple-doubles this year without a jump shot. You know, you can learn jump shooting, and I have no doubt that he will. But you've got that other great ball handler who can also finish on the run or finish in traffic greatly. Okay, what else do you have? You've got Robert Covington, a great 3-and-D player. His three-point percentage could get better, but that will come with practice and more open shots, which he will get. You got Dario Saric, a power forward who can shoot threes. He's really good. You know what? You also have J.J. Redick. Will J.J. Redick get a max contract anywhere else? No. But could they possibly say, hey, we want you back because you're the perfect player to have with LeBron James? Yes. And you know what? Markelle Fultz, other than his messed up shooting stroke, which got screwed up in the shoulder, his athleticism is still there. Give him another year. He's going to be able to come back and do some things, okay? So you're looking at a starting lineup of either Markelle Fultz, Robert Covington, Ben Simmons, LeBron James, and Joel Embiid, with J.J. Redick, Dario Saric, and probably a couple of other good players coming off your bench, or you start J.J. Redick, who actually is a much better perimeter defender than people realize. Plus, man, you can't leave him. No, he's not going to create for himself, but you can't leave him. But we got to guard Joel Embiid because he's unstoppable in the post. You can't leave J.J. Redick. But we have to guard LeBron James, the greatest driver in history. You can't leave him. But we have to guard Ben Simmons. You know, there's some issues there. It's like, but what about Ben Simmons? You can leave Ben Simmons. Good luck, because he's smart enough to get his shots closer to the rim, even though it's going to be stuffed. And guess what? By next season, he will probably at least have a good 15-foot jump shot. All right? You've got so much that you can play with. And let's not also forget, Joel Embiid can pop out and hit the three. His percentages are actually really good. And with LeBron James and Ben Simmons constantly putting pressure on the defense, he's going to get more open threes, okay? But we want him in the post. Yes, you'll get him in the post. You'll get him in the post. You'll get him at threes. You'll get him at mid-range. He scores so easily. And make no mistake, his 22 points per game, You can go ahead and add about 5 more points to that because LeBron James is going to be able to get him that. You know what? And if LeBron James realizes I've got to become an even better shooter on this team, he's going to become an even better shooter. But man, they're going to play defense, they're going to run, they're going to shoot, and they're going to be extremely dynamic. They'll be the favorites to get to the finals, and who knows what then? Can they beat Golden State or Houston or whoever else develops a team? You know what? That is a team that if LeBron plays there for 5 years, he's going to win at least 2 titles, I think. He might even get 3. Depends on how fast Ben Simmons gets a jump shot. Jump shooting is much easier to develop than all those other intangibles, your basketball IQ that Ben Simmons already has. I mean, he's going to break the rookie record for triple-doubles. That's insane. Him and Joel Embiid are going to get their team to the playoffs. Despite the last half of the season, Joel Embiid couldn't play in the second half of back-to-backs. All right? And now he is, and he's looking fabulous. Why wouldn't LeBron James go? That would be 2 reasons, okay? There's 2 legitimate reasons. Number 1 is Joel Embiid's health. I can very well see him talking to the doctors, having his own medical staff check out Joel Embiid and say, is this a guy that's going to be an all-star or a top 10 player for the next 5 years, or is this guy not going to be there when we need him? I could see him bringing in his own medical team to give him an honest decision on that. And if they say, no, it looks like he's going to be good to go, you might have to sit him out on a few back-to-backs, but he'll be ready for the playoffs. He's going to play a lot of the regular seasons. He's going to be 25-12. He may very well go that. The youth is also an issue. He's at a point in his career, it's all about catching Michael. It's all about getting that 6 titles. Because along with the MVPs, along with, the statistical records he's going to have, probably the NBA's all-time leading scorer, he's already the only player ever to record 30,000 points, 8,000 rebounds, and 8,000 assists. That's going to climb. He's going to be one of the top 3 assist makers of all time. He'll have more assists than Magic Johnson, and more points than Michael Jordan, and most rebounds than most all-star power forwards. Man, he's been incredible. So yes, if he goes to Philadelphia, he can't take years off, because right now, it's all about titles. You can't cheat your way to a title, all right? Don't go to Golden State. I don't think that's going to help your legacy. To tell you the truth, if you go to Houston, unless they're out in the first round, I don't think that helps your legacy much either. But you go to Philadelphia, a team that hasn't won an NBA championship in like 30 years, surrounded by young talent that hasn't done much in the playoffs up to this, then yeah, quite honestly, you resurrect that franchise, you can add that to your legacy. You won 2 with Miami on a super team. You know what? I don't care what everybody else says. The Chicago Bulls team, that second one that won 72 and got Michael his last 3, that was a super team, okay? You won a couple, but you still played against tough teams, all right? You have won titles against the San Antonio Spurs and the Golden State Warriors, and you have lost titles against the San Antonio Spurs and the Golden State Warriors. Jordan never played anyone near that tough in the finals. At no point ever in those 6 runs did he play anyone near as talented as those Spurs team and this Golden State team. If you can get 6 in this era, yes, you will become the GOAT. You are already probably the best player, but you don't want to be the best player. You want to be the greatest. This is Jeremy Guerin at Pointlessly Relevant. Have a wonderful day.